Bonjour, my Balisong brothers, as the comments once said. I'm taking a break from the Bally Award. The Bally Awards? Whoa, did you know the Bally Awards are happening this Sunday, January 7th at 7 p.m. EST over on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/camaroEE. I'm pretty sure that's the link, but if it isn't, it's also linked in the description. Whoa, that's crazy. Come check us out. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm taking a break from doing all of the work that's needed for that, which it's a lot. To bring you this video, and I'm not even gonna pretend like, I got two packages in the mail. You guys already know what the video is about. It's the thumbnail, it's the title. This package, actually, I think I'm gonna do a bonus bias tomorrow about, because it's really cool, but I don't know if I can do like a full blade bias episode about it. But I still really want to show it off, so it's gonna be pretty cool. But this is the main thing. This is something that I've been waiting for a few weeks now. Not even that. It's only been maybe a week, but I've been very excited for it. And that you guys have been asking for a while, because I've never tried one of these. This channel has tried them. I've never tried it. And it's going to be pretty cool. So, without further ado, please don't like drop anything that's going to reveal them. Oh my gosh. What? Oh my gosh, I have so many keychains. Let's go. I'm going to be the biggest shill. I'm going to put every single one of these in my backpack, and people are going to be so confused. I've got a package here from BBBarfly. Now, this channel has made videos about the BBBarfly products, but that's because usually Ty was the one that worked with them. Now, with Ty departed the channel, they reached out to me and want to see... They reached out to me to see if I wanted to check out the new variation of this specific product. And I said, yes, please. I've never tried one of those before. That would be pretty cool. So here we have the BBBarfly bubble wrap. Yeah, let's go. Oh, the Superfly. Check that out. Now, let me ramble for a few seconds before we really take this thing out and check it out. I will give you guys a full show of it. Don't you worry. Oh, wow. This is much bigger than I expected. So I've never tried a Superfly. I've never been able to try one. Ty has one. I've never even, touched one. My thing with the Superfly is it was always super interesting to me because, titanium BBBarfly, and I've always loved Barfly products because of how interesting they flip. They're not like a standard flipper. They're very, very interesting and they're fun. And I love fun flippers. They're so fun, obviously. But I've always been interested in this thing. But I've never been so interested that I was like, I need one right now. Because I always thought they looked kind of weird. There was something about the original Superfly that just looked off to me. I couldn't really put my hand on it. The handles, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the handles always looked, maybe if I actually turn down my brightness a little bit, the handles always looked way too long for the blade in my eyes, and it never really looked right. I wasn't sure if it changed in person, and looking at this, definitely a different scale in person than I thought it was. But that was my biggest thing. I was always like, these blades look very small, and Barfly blades are not small. But when BBBarfly announced this new variation, the Super Cuda, as they're calling it, which is the BBSuperfly, now compatible with the Barracuda blade, which the Barracuda is one of their more budget products, which normally you would think, oh, that's not going to be a great match. But I think this blade looks so much better on these handles. I love the way that it looks, genuinely. This is what I've been waiting for to be interested in the Superfly. Because I love the Barracuda blade on these handles. I don't know. There's something about it. You would think it wouldn't look great because it's like their budget option. I think it looks amazing. So the specs, let's go over really quick. This is grade 5 titanium with a 410 heat-treated stainless steel blade. On bushings with brass adjustable weight system. Available in 4 blade options, obviously, and weighs 4.5 ounces. Definitely heavier than I've been used to later, but this definitely has a more standard feel than Barfly usually does. Barfly is known for their big, chunky, unique flippers. It looks big, but maybe not as big as, I was expecting. Do I have... Sorry, I'm still a bit disorganized from my collection video that I filmed on a whim. This thing is about as big as a Prisma. It's smaller than a Prisma, actually. So yeah, this is definitely more standard than Barfly usually goes. Let's check out the rest. So BBBarfly said that anything in the case is what you would get normally with a Firefly, or a Superfly, sorry. Let me just confirm that really, really quickly. Yes, the other two weights are in the case along with all the spare parts, and so whatever is in the case is exactly as someone would get if they ordered it. So all the stuff in here, this little keychain, I'm actually most excited for this thing. A little bottle opener keychain, pretty cool, BBBarfly. Feels pretty nice. You get a sticker, I'm pretty sure, or a decal of some sort, and then you get all... I have small fingers, but apparently not small enough. Come on. Oh, that was... Oh, spare hardware. Oh my gosh. It looks like spare bushings, spare screws, spare washers. That's great. Usually ballast songs of this price point don't really contain stuff like that. I mean, you get like extra washers with... Or at least you used to get extra washers with Machine-Wise stuff. Oh my gosh, a T10 bit? I think. Is it T10? Yeah, T10 bit. All the weights, extra screws, extra... pins, something like that. Wow. What a package. Holy cow. So this is everything you get in the box, along with this case, along with the Superfly. All this other stuff. I'm pretty sure that too. All this other stuff. That's just what came in this package. But this looks really good. I love this blade. The Barracuda blade's always been interesting to me. The Barracuda wasn't like something that I was super interested in, but I have always wanted to try one. Now I guess I have. But man, I love the design language of this. Just a lot of circles. It's sandwiched with like no spacers at the end, which is very interesting. And then he said he configured it to be neutral with the Barracuda blade. So that means that weight closest to this... It's a very interesting construction, actually. You're usually used to seeing things with spacers, but they're really... It's kind of like a barrel spacer that you would get like on a rep mod or something like that. But let's just flip it, right? I mean, we got to flip it, figure out if I like it or not. So, without further ado, my first time trying a BBBarfly. Well, trying a BBSuperfly. I've tried the Firefly. And a lot of people were surprised to not see the Firefly in my collection. Remember, I like temporarily traded that from Ty and then sent it back to him a few months ago. Well, let's give it a try. Oh my gosh, it fans amazingly. Oh my gosh, a Barfly product that fans good? Don't get me wrong, Barfly products like always fanned good, but because of the amazing handle bias and end weight on them, they didn't fan like amazingly or anything like that. This fan's good, like really good. It sounds really good. It chaplains really good. Oh, wow. Okay, Helix Aerial. Nope, that was just a skill issue. This is definitely the most competitive flipper I've ever felt from Barfly, while still retaining some of what makes them so interesting. So it's very standard dimensions, although it does feel very long. Regardless of the fact that it's overall shorter than a Prisma, I still get the feeling that it's very long. Even though the handles are like... The handles are the same length as the Prisma. Wow, this is really weird. 4.5 ounces, I will say, was one of my biggest things that I was concerned about, because the past few months and even year, there haven't been a lot of heavy ballast songs entering my collection. The heaviest thing that I personally own is the Arctic, I'm pretty sure. And that does feel pretty heavy to me, but this doesn't feel as heavy. It definitely does feel like bulkier, bigger, but it doesn't feel heavy. There is a lot of weight being thrown around. Like, there is a noticeable... I couldn't chaplain this for very long. My finger kind of hurts. Like, not because it's... Maybe because it's a little uncomfortable on the blade spine, but I would say mostly just because there's so much weight going around my finger at that point. Ooh, that was pretty cool. Ow, my foot! Oh my god! So, we've got our fast, you know, my old style, fast, flippy, jerky, whatever. Can it do slower Ethan style? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. This is sick. This is really, really sick. I think the biggest sticking point for me right now is the weight. I am taking a little bit to get used to the weight because it doesn't feel heavy, but at the end of the day, it is still heavier than what I'm used to flipping. My entire like flipping profile has been 3.7-ish to like 4.3-ish ounces. So going outside of that is a little bit weird, but nothing that you can't get used to. I would be interested maybe to move this weight. I don't exactly know how the weight system in here works. I'll have to figure that out for the follow-up video, because obviously I'm not going to take it apart and mess with it in the first impressions video. But in the follow-up video, I'll learn how to change the weights around, because I would be fairly interested in maybe moving this weight to the end of the handle instead of where it is kind of towards the inside of the handle. Maybe that would give you a more like BBBarfly-esque flipping experience. But this is really sick. A titanium barfly product that flips really, really well. And I should mention before I get lost and ramble on and forget about this, there is a sale going on right now. Not sponsored or anything like that. I'm literally just shouting it out because if you guys want a deal, I'm pretty sure these things normally retail for $3.25. In fact, considering that I got sent this for the purpose of checking it out on this channel, that is something that I should look up. Yes, so they retail for $3.25, but you can currently get one of these for $2.43, $2.44 if you round up, $2.43.75. But if you're interested in a barfly, or a superfly, sorry, if you're interested in a superfly, there is a pretty big sale going on, and I think it's going to last until the end of January. I'm pretty sure the website did just say January 15th. So you have about, I just tried to check my watch, that I haven't worn a watch in years. I don't know why I just did that. So you have about a week after this video goes live. A little more than a week, actually, before the sale is over, but that's pretty interesting. That's pretty good, man. I like that a lot. I think my biggest thing right now is just the comfort. I can't really put my finger on what's rubbing me the wrong way with the chaplain, but I think it might be this zen this zen area right here. I think this might just be a little high up so that when you're chaplaining, if you have smaller fingers, this part is kind of rubbing against your finger instead of this flat part. I don't know for certain, but there is a little bit of discomfort on the chaplain. It's not the comfiest chaplain I've ever had. It's not the worst that I've ever felt, but I think that the weight is combining to make it more of a problem than it normally would be. Like if this was like maybe a 4-ounce balisong, I don't know if it would be a problem. Although I don't know. I don't know. Tiny bit of discomfort on the chaplain. Otherwise, it does feel pretty good. The inside of the channel, it's kind of sharp, but like it's not bad at all. Actually, no, it's chamfered. So like it starts to feel sharp, but then you continue brushing and it isn't that bad. I'd say it's machined pretty well. This jimping feels pretty standard. I don't know if that's anything. I am trying to work on ladders, believe it or not, but we'll get there eventually, right? It feels pretty standard jimping. And the fanning, I think that's why I might want to try. The fanning feels fine when I do this, but there are some periods when I go into a fan out of another trick. No, see, that was fine. Double scissor? Nope. Giraffe? Giraffe? Nope. Carries a lot of momentum. Oh. I can't giraffe on camera. I promise I can giraffe when I'm not flipping, but when I'm trying to host a video and I'm trying to, there we go, trying to form my thoughts on a ballad song, I can't giraffe. I can't do it. Carries a lot of momentum, fans really well. Choker fans extremely well. Chaplin's well. It feels overall really, really good. I'm very impressed with this thing. Especially for the price. For $240, that's a solid price for a trainer. Or a titanium trainer. You don't really get titanium trainers like that anymore at that price point. I mean, granted, there's a few out there. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know people in the comments are going to be like, oh, you forgot this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. But, yeah. Besides the Chaplin, I'm really enjoying this. Which, the Chaplin, again, not the worst thing ever, just a little bit of a pain point for me. And over time, I think it is going to be a little bit annoying. Chaplin's good. It's just the comfort. Maybe not. But you know what? This is the kind of ballad song that I expect someone like Den Den would really like. This is the kind of ballad song that if you're a fan of like the older, heavier, more handle biased ballad songs, which granted this current configuration isn't terribly handle biased, but if you put the extra weights in, I'm sure you could make this thing pretty handle biased. It's extremely fun. Damn. I want to get the cat down before I go back to school. That would be pretty cool. But, come on. There we go. But, you know what? I'm impressed. Color me impressed, BBBarfly. You've done it again. I don't think I've ever tried a BBBarfly product that I didn't like besides the old Barfly Pro series. Like the old, the thick ones weren't even that bad. Just like the old like V1s and V2s, super heavy, not the greatest flipper. But ever since they came out with the Firefly, I've been impressed with everything they've had that I've tried. Granted, I haven't tried a Barracuda, but I'm sure it's relatively similar to something like a Firefly or even this. I mean, I think the Barracuda actually might have similar, like a similar handle dimension to this. But I've rambled on for long enough. I've finally tried a BBBarfly Superfly. And you know what? That's pretty cool. Now, I am going to go continue working on the Bally Awards because I have so much to do in so few time. So, yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you to BBBarfly for sending this thing out. This was a free product, but they did not influence my opinions in any way. But we'll get into that in the follow-up video. This is really just first impressions. And, yeah. I think that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.